I don't need Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, text messaging, LinkedIn, email, YouTube. I mean, I'm not even getting started. All the apps, the games. Wow, I don't need notifications from all of them.
This is The Fighting Entrepreneur, the podcast dedicated to entrepreneurs looking to change the world. Learn how to start, build, and scale a business in today's highly competitive business environment. Here's your host, The Fighting Entrepreneur, Anik Singal.
What's up, you crazy fighting entrepreneurs? Today we're going to talk about this dreaded device. Cell phones. Meh. Love them, hate them. They're helping you, they're killing you. I'm running my business on this thing, and sometimes I'm pissing off my wife because of this thing. So we're going to talk about 3 optimizations I've made in my life around my cell phone. I love this thing. I need it, okay? Even right now, I'm using it. Look, I'm timing myself, okay? Because I want to make sure my episodes stay. I need this bad boy. I love it. But it gets in my way. And so I've made 3 optimizations in my life that have allowed me to really be more productive, be more efficient while utilizing this great tool to a limited amount. So I'll tell you where this kicked off. This is a true story. I do not know if my wife is going to want me sharing this, but I'm not sure she listens to it, this podcast. So, Joe just made a really angry face. Andrea, you got to start listening to it. All right. I don't know, actually. We'll find out because after this story, she will come talk to me. We were at an airport in Florida. This is a year and a half ago, maybe more. And I'm on my phone. Like I missed like a few days of work because we're on vacation. And so now like we're coming back. So I'm trying to like warm myself back up to work. And we're sitting at the airport and we're sitting in the waiting area. And like I'm on my phone and she like looks over and she's got like irritated with me. And she's just like, can you put your phone away for like 5 minutes? And I just like, it hit. By the way, as I'm like recording this right now, I look around and I got Jimmy and I got Abraham on their phones. Kind of interesting little point. Anyway, so everyone's on their phones all the time, right? So she said that and it made me mad. Like, what? I spent a lot of time with you. Like, how can you dare you? Blah, blah, blah. But then after I got done being angry, I went later and I thought about it. And I'm like, man, my head is always staring at my phone screen, like a lot. There's how many times have you been in a room and you looked around, like you're with your friends at a dinner table, you're with your friends somewhere and like everyone's just staring at their phones. Like, why are we even sitting together? It's creepy. Actually, it's a big problem. So I challenged myself at that point. I said, I really don't want my wife to be thinking that. And I don't want to be in a place where I make anyone else think that. So I started to optimize my environment and my usage of my phone. All right, here's a first. So I'm just going to get right to it. This will be a shorter episode today, but I think it might be one that changes your life the most. Number 1, I turned off. Ready? Number 1, I turned off all notifications. All of them. But Anik, what if there's an emergency? How many times have you had an emergency? Seriously, when's the last time there was an emergency? The chances of there being an emergency, most of the time the phone is around me anyways. I check it enough times throughout the day anyways. If a call is coming, I see it. I don't need Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, text messaging, LinkedIn, email, YouTube. I mean, I'm not even getting started. All the apps, the games. Wow, I don't need notifications from all of them. I turned it all off. There isn't a single notification. If you text me right now, I'm not going to get notified about it. If you send me a WhatsApp message, I'm not going to get notified about it. If you send me an FB message, nope. Facebook posts, comments, nope, nothing. I don't want it. I had all of them on. Oh my God, that's like, I was literally just, there was a Microsoft case a study done in 2015, I want to say. They found, this is creepy, they found the average attention span of a human being right now is 8 seconds. Do you know what the attention span of a goldfish is? 9. We have the attention span of less than because of the freaking dinging and binging going on the cell phone. So I turned off all the notifications. It was like a breath of fresh air. And this was like a year ago, more. It's awesome. And you know what's crazy? It's so funny because I know we have other people in the room. Jimmy said he turned off notifications. Every time I turn on Facebook, like open Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, it keeps asking like, turn on notifications, turn on notifications. It's like having a panic attack. These apps are literally hyperventilating because I have turned notifications off. So you can tell how much they need you to turn it on because it brings you back. You know what? No one's ever complained about my response time. And it's off, though. I do it when it's time to do it. It's too much. Listen, when you're sitting with your loved ones or you're sitting in a meeting, the bings and dings, they drive you nuts. They distract you. Just turn it off. When you finish the meeting, it'll have been 30 minutes. You can check your phone and you can reply. and it's fine. So number one, turn off all notifications, no exceptions, 0 exceptions. Go into your settings, boom, 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 off. Number two, it's kind of a two-part. All right, part one of number two, delete apps like crazy, like go full-blown judo chop, crazy ninja, delete them. It should hurt a little bit. There should be an app where you're like, oh, but no, delete. Like, kill them. There's so many games and things I had that I barely played ever, and I delete. All right, there are apps I had on my phone that were still messaging me and things I had tried, delete. There are services I use, websites I use that, you know what? Like, for example, like newspaper. Like I had a newspaper. What the heck do I need? I don't look at it ever. And it's just a distraction. It's just filling up my screen. Delete, delete, delete. Get rid of them. Some of the social media, like, do you really need Facebook app? I use it. I have my purposes. So I'm not saying don't use it. I use it. Do you need it? Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you can just check on desktop whenever you get a chance. I challenge you to figure out which ones you want to delete. Number two, this is a little bit of a further optimization. And that is at least, even if you can't delete, well, you should delete. But if there are other ones left, let me show you here. I'll take a screenshot of it, all right, and I'll give it to. It'll put it on the show notes, all right. So, so basically, right here, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 apps on the home screen. Half of my home screen is empty. These 12, of which I can tell you right now, I could delete 2 of them actually. So I could have 10. I need to do another optimization of my home screen. Now I have more apps. I have tons more apps. It's not like I don't. I need to delete. I need to do a whole nother optimization. But they're not on the page one. So when I open my phone, I only see the very, very necessity ones that I use and run in my business all the time. But I cleaned up the first screen, so less distractions, less things to pull me away every time I turn this phone on. So part one of step 2 was delete feverishly. Part 2 of step 2 was remove them from your home screen, at least. The only urgent one should be. So I have 12. It's going to be 10 by the time I'm done recording this, and maybe even less. Number 3, this is a really fun one. Oh my God, this one made me sick to my stomach, but it was good to know. You should do it. You will also be sick to your stomach. There's an app. It's free called Moment. Now, I don't know if it exists on Android, so I'm sorry if it doesn't. It does? All right, there. So it's on Android as well. It's on iOS. I almost threw up. I'm not even joking. I was sick to my stomach a couple of days after using this app. All you do is put it on in the background, and it will tell you how much you use your phone and how you use it and how much time you're spending on each of the different apps and functions. Do you know, I kid you not, I'm ashamed to admit this, the first day it reported 11 hours. Just soak that in for a minute. I sleep about 6 hours a day. I don't like to sleep more than that, so it's about 18. I'm up. 11. My screen was active. That was nauseating. So my wife was 150% right. So do I still use Moment? No. Well, it's on. It's on my phone because I do like to give a reality check. I turn on every now and then. I've gotten it down now to about 4.5. Huge change. Now still 4.5 sounds like a lot, but don't forget, I run a company. I have virtual team members. I spend a lot of time on the phone. I use Slack for a communication tool, and most of the time I'm on Slack, I use my phone. I don't use my desktop as much anymore. I actually rarely ever need to use my desktop, so I use my phone a lot. So the fact that I got it down to 4.5 hours is actually a big deal. I was up to 11 plus. How did I do it? I did it by being conscious of it, so I don't pick it up as much. I have a rule now. I try my best. Sometimes I break it, but when I walk into meetings, I leave my phone in my office. Okay, so if there was like a 4th optimization, when I walk into meetings, I leave my phone in my office. That alone cuts off massive amounts of screen usage time because I'm in a meeting for 30 minutes. I can't pick up my phone. Plus, I stay attentive to the meeting. It's super awesome. I have been known to violate that rule every now and then, so I need to get better about it. But there you go. Those are the 3 cell phone optimizations to become more productive, efficient, and just a better human being. All right, number 1, turn off notifications. No exceptions. Turn them all off. Number 2, delete apps and remove all of the non-essential ones from the first screen. Okay, so it doesn't distract you. Number 3, use the Moment app. Use the Moment app and scare the crap out of yourself into reality. Get the reality check. All right, there you go. Come on, fighting entrepreneurs. Let's not let the phone soak up our lives. Let's be with our loved ones. Let's be with actual human beings, have actual interactions, and not just become a bunch of robots. All right, so there you go. That's how you're going to be a better person, a better human, and a better entrepreneur. Now remember, if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe, leave a comment, hit the little bell thing. If you're listening on iTunes or Google Podcasts or Spotify or Spreaker or iHeartRadio or... which I miss? Did I miss some, Joe? You missed like 100. I missed like 100. If you're listening to any of those, hit subscribe, leave a review, and then, of course, go to lurn.com, LURN.com, get your free account, sign up, start taking all of our awesome courses, and move up in the world as an entrepreneur, up-level your skills. All right, this is Anik Singal reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Anik Singal.